Good morning. My name is Iman Alauddin Fawzi Asfour. I am a student in commerce faculty, business administration. The specialization is business administration. The level 3. In the name of Allah, today, inshallah, I want to talk about building a prospect profile. As Dr. Wسيم mentioned in the previous lecture, that there are two ways for growth. The first one is to obtain new customers. And the second is to grow the business with the current customers or with the existing customers. First, to obtain new customers, there are 3 steps we have to do. The first one is to build the prospect profile. Second is to build the prospect list. And the third, to qualify the prospect. I am going to talk about the prospect profile. Prospect profile refers to database. When we talk about the prospect profile, this means database. Okay? All companies must focus more of their money, time, and efforts on the customers who are or who have the probability to be good customers, important customers, a profitable one, and a qualified customer. And what is the meaning of a qualified customers? The last lecture we talked about it. Yes, the customers who have the financial capacity to own our product. These factors I talk about it, identify whom? Identify the best prospect for the company. Best prospect. We want to know that the factors that identify the best prospects of our company is called the prospect profile. Okay? Understood what is a prospect profile? So the prospect profile is the profile of what the best customers look like. The characteristic of our best customers for the company. Okay? Is there any question? Okay. Now we want طبعا اللي هو البروسبكت بروفايل is not for nothing. It have a very great importance. To know this importance, we want to see this example. Imagine that you have a car agency. And this car agency visited by 3 prospects. So those 3 prospects, let's talk about Fatin, Wala, and Hanin. Fatin, Wala, and Hanin. First, Fatin is a businesswoman. Go to the car agency and buy the most expensive car with the high quality and the new styles, and she always renew the car whenever the car agency introduce a new product. So the car agency will classify Fatin as a good, important, and qualified customer. Yes, VIP. Wala have a need to buy a car, but her capabilities are limited. She go to the car agency and ask her for the most cheap car, and didn't take care about the style. Don't be sad, okay? For the most cheap car because of her limited capabilities. So the car agency will classify Wala to be ordinary customer. Hanin is a student, have a drive license, but it can't buy the car now. And maybe it have the ability to buy the car in the future. She just like to take an information, to collect information about the cars, its prices, and the benefits and features to have an accurate decision in the future in order to buy the car in the future. So she just go to the car agency and ask for the information and doesn't benefit the company anything. So they will classify Hanin as a prospect who wastes the time for the company. Waste the time. So not all business want or need your products or services. This is a fact. Some prospects will clearly be a waste of your time, like Hanin in this example. She just asked for information and doesn't benefit the company anything. While others will not buy enough to make it worth your time, like Wala. The relationship between Wala and the car agency, it is temporary and may will not repeat it or will repeat it after a long period of time because of its her limited capabilities. And you must first decide what factors determine who is a good prospect. After meeting the customers and know their characteristic, who is the best prospect? For sure, هي فاتن. So what is the importance of knowing the best prospects? What is the importance of building the prospect profile?
It gives the company the choice of where you put your time and effort with whom customer.
Exactly.
And whom
Excellent.
have the importance of it.
Yes. So the prospect profile is important to know where to allocate our resources. To allocate our resources for the right prospects and not wasting our time, money, and effort for the prospects who will waste our time. Okay, this means building a prospect profile, which is simply a profile of what the prospect looks like. Understood? Any question? Okay. Now we have to build a prospect profile. For sure, we need what before building a prospect profile?
Information.
Sure. We need an information. This information classified into two types. First, the information before meeting customers and information after meeting customers. Information after meeting customers, we talk about it in the example. After we meet the customers, we know who is the best prospect and we can include their names in the prospect profile, their address, email, phone, and so on. All the information about the good prospect for our company. This is information we got it after meeting the customers. But information before meeting the customers, and the most important one, the starting point for building the prospect profile, is to know the target market.
Yes.
You must review the target market, as you mentioned in your marketing strategy, to know exactly who are your best prospects, to not target all the customers. I will give you an example to make you understand how the target market help you to identify the best prospects. Okay. Let's return to the car agency. If this car agency classified the people here in Gaza according to the level income, we will classify them into three: people with no income,
Middle.
lower level income, and middle level income. As a car agency, which group will it choose, will focus on?
Middle.
For sure, the middle level income. If we classify the people according to the age, here in Gaza, they are classified to be children, teenagers, teens, youth, all. Which group will be focused on? Youth, for sure, youth. Maybe we'll classify them according to the jobs. We have two types. The blue collar and white collar. Blues. Of course, they will focus on white collar. So when you get a look on the target market, for sure you will know the best prospects for your company. How? Let's see. We will know here that the best prospects for the car agency, the people with middle level income, the people who are youth, and the people with white collar. This is how the market strategy, target market help me to identify the best prospects. Understand?
Before meeting the customer.
This after meeting the customers. You target the market after
After meeting.
before. Sorry, before. Yes. This is before. So building a prospect profile, we collect data before meeting the customers and after meeting the customer. So building a prospect profile need an information. Today, because of technology, internet provide more websites that help companies to identify the target market and identify new customers for the company. Thank you. I wish you benefit from my explanation.
تعريفه
Assalamu alaikum. I am Huda Khamis Barakat. I'm studying business administration at the Faculty of Commerce, level 3. Now I am going to continue what is presented by Iman. As Iman said, that prospect profile simply is a profile of what the prospect looks like. There are a few aspects that help us in building a prospect profile, such as demographic aspect. Demographic aspect. Who know about the definition of demographics? What is mean?
Demography.
Yeah, what
How can
demography?
we define the word demography? We defined it in the past.
Haneen.
It's the variation among people according to their age, residency, and other characteristics.
يعني it's individual characteristic such as age, business, هو job. Yeah, educational background. To simplify this aspect اللي هو demographic characteristic, I have an example. If I'm selling a blood processing machine, I expect that my prospect will be hematologist. Of course, hematologist, a person or a hospital consultant who is responsible for treating and analyzing blood disorders. So this person will have the demographic characteristic of him will be age under young, يعني under 30. Also he trained, have knowledge, يعني educational background. It's clear. This information classified as information before building the prospect profile. And after we build the prospect profile, we will know other example, such as size of the business. We know that our prospect may individual firms, organization. We should know the size of our business prospect. Also, customer age or background. As we
Let's stop at the size of business. Can you provide us with a local example from our daily life? Now listen, till 2004 to 2005, we were talking at least about 4 major universities in Gaza. One of them is the Islamic University of Gaza, which we are sitting here in it. A second, Al-Azhar. A third, Al-Aqsa. And the fourth, Al-Quds Open University. Later on, and after this date, we began witnessing increasing number of the universities, beginning from Palestine, or University of Palestine, University of Gaza, Al-Ummah University, and so on and so on. If you are going to wonder why those investors why they decided to take a decision and to build extra academic organizations in Gaza? Simply because of the first factor, which is the size of business. They made some statistics, but these statistics showed them that we are talking about a big number of students who cannot have full admission in these 4 major universities. So they said, why we shouldn't build extra or a new academic institution through which we are going to absorb this excessive number of students. So this is an example of size of business. So the size of academia in Gaza, it is considered to be extraordinary. It is classified to be a very huge and big. So if it is a huge and big, is there a good decision to invest in? Of course. Go on. Next.
The other factors such as customer age or background, as we mentioned here, the age of hematologist under 30, and he must have an educational background and knowledge. Also, business product specialty. We should.
But let's return back to item number 2, customer age or background. For example, let's talk about background as one of the demographic items which are very important to invest or to establish a firm or a business or a sales agency. If you are going to, for example, to talk about the Gulf area is classified to be the highest intensive population area who are suffering from a disease which is called diabetes. This diabetes, for example, it imitated or it motivated, it encouraged the soda companies and firms like Coca-Cola and Pepsi in order to increase their productivity of Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke. Why? Because they are looking at the population and big number of them are infected with this disease which is called diabetes. So is this a demographic characteristics which is important
Yes.
about how we are going to offer our own products or not? Of course. Okay, go on.
Also, business product specialty and geographic distance from shipping points. This factor under demographic characteristic we should know before building a prospective profile.
Regarding the final one, this one is reminding us with one word, which is comfort. In other words, if the customer is far away from the shipping point, he or she is not ready to go and to buy from there.
Yes.
But if he or she is close enough, they are ready to buy. So this is reminding us with what we stated last time. Okay.
Also, we can use internet to collect data about our prospect. Internet play an integral role in building a prospect profile, such as we can know information about the prospect through government statistics that available in websites, and there is a useful website for target marketing and identifying a new customer, which is www.toplist.com. And thank you.
Thank you very much. Well done. Next.
I'm Farah Sohail Shaat. I'm studying English Commerce, Faculty of English Commerce. I'm level 3, and I will continue what Iman and Huda started. Today I will explain building a prospect list. Now, as we said, to generate new accounts, we should build a prospect profile. To generate new accounts, we should build a prospect profile. Now, this prospect profile should be matched with a prospect list. Now, how this prospect list will be done, or how we will do this prospect list, with a traditional method or approach which is called cold canvassing. This cold canvassing, it's equally to the cold calling. Cold calling via phone. Now, cold canvassing has many definitions. I searched for 2 or the most matchable definitions for our for our explanation today. Now, the first one, it is a sales tool. What does it mean by sales tool? It's a sales tool used to locate the customers who may be interested in purchasing or buying our services or goods by a given business. So the cold canvassing, which is equal to the cold calling, which is a sales tool. This sales tool might have another definition, which is reaching out to people by going door to door or via phone to know, of course, it happens in a specific area or a neighborhood, to know what are the preferences of the residents and what they want from any product or service. Now, this cold canvassing, how it works. Now, there's one thing or one important characteristics of this cold canvassing, that the customer is not expecting any type of visit or a phone call from the salesperson. That means that the salesperson, we don't have this activity very much in Gaza, it might be limited, but
it's available.
It's available, but in a very narrow. Yes. Now, for example, in the past, the salesperson used to go to the homes or the houses and have the kitchen tools for the housewives.
Excellent.
These kitchen tools was really just for the women, and they go and knocking on the door for the housewives and say, like, I have a kitchen tools that might be good, might be sharp, like the knives or something like that. The housewife just start asking, and then she will be convinced or not and buy or not. So this is how it works, that the customer is not expecting any type of visit. If we are talking about a phone call, that means also the customer is not expecting any type of a phone call. That means your phone will just ring and you have a salesperson talking about, that happens in Gaza in Itisalat and Jawal. Many times you have a phone call from Itisalat or Jawal and they just asking, how is your network? Is your phone is working well? Do you have any maintenance? Do you want any maintenance from us or something like that? That means the customer is not expecting any type.
But we would like to focus on something very important. If you are going to talk about cold canvassing, giving phone calls for customers isn't included within this terminology.
Yes, it is
In other
equally.
words, cold canvassing means simply seller or salespersons will knock door by door, searching for prospects or potential customers.
Yes.
But to use a telephone, it isn't considered to be a cold canvassing tool.
Yes.
This is very important. Okay, go on.
Now, as we said, the customer is not expecting any type of visit. So the first contact, this contact which happens with the customer and the salespeople, make the opportunity to salesperson to give an introduction about the company, what the company sells from products or services, and to make the opportunity to the customer to know about what this company offers or what it has extra services and goods to this customers. So, as it's written here, it involves contacting prospective customers without appointments. It's not expecting any visit. So that is, the salespeople call on firms or knock on doors until they find good prospects. So they are searching for the good prospect who will buy or purchase these goods or services. Now, the direct sales organizations such as Avon Products have had success with this approach. Now, Avon has a product lines, which is beauty, fashion, and house products. This Avon company, actually, it brings everything for all women globally, from the beauty products, fashion, house products. Now, this Avon has something to say, which is, they bring beauty to doors. To doors. That means that Avon is really using cold canvassing, because despite of that, Avon has an online shopping and shops everywhere in the world, but they have they are using the cold canvassing because many of the women who are the housewives are not having the time to surf the net for online shopping or even to go to the shop itself and shop. So they bring beauty to doors, they bring the beauty products and go to the housewives and just start introducing the products and make the women purchase from them. Salespeople selling office supplies, air conditioning, paper supplies, and insurance also use it with some regularity. These are some examples for how to use cold canvassing. Now, it has some cold canvassing used in these situations because the target markets for these products are fairly broad. Because sometimes, like the insurance, you don't know exactly where the customers who you want to be. So sometimes the organizations may use the cold canvassing just to knock on the doors and start asking about any insurance from the customers. Now we have some drawbacks for the cold canvassing.
Before drawbacks,
yes.
let's talk about the advantages. Do you think we have advantages whenever we are going to apply cold canvassing technique?
I might say yes, because
which terms?
The cold canvassing has some advantages, because from my point of view, that would make the salespeople contact with the customers directly, face to face, and they would know everything about the company.
Speech, all these things is going to increase level of credibility.
Yes.
Level of credibility between the seller and the potential customer.
Yes.
Is this important? It's very important. Why?
And even though
because we are going to look at items by our eyes, we are going to touch them, we are going to ask a few questions, and we are going to receive immediate responses.
Yes.
All these things are positive, for they are contributing to increase the level of credibility between the seller and the potential prospect.
And also
Other points?
It can reach to customer, busy customer who can't go to make shopping or
yes.
Good point.
Housewife.
Good point.
Yes.
Also, this is going to be a very nice way because it is more comfortable. The seller is coming to the buyer rather than the buyer is coming
to the seller.
Sure.
And
now let's talk about the drawbacks.
Many times the companies, usually when they have a new product, they would use the cold canvassing because they want to know how they will rate this product before launching it to the market, for example.
Now let's talk about the drawbacks.
The drawbacks,
which means disadvantages.
yes, the drawbacks said that the salesperson the salespeople may waste their time with a low quality customers. Why is that? Because some customers, customer is the king. So the customer sometimes is not really flexible with the seller, is not really listening, or might just shut the door in front of him and he don't want anything from the salespeople. So sometimes this might be a waste time for the salespeople. Also, some customers would consider this as a less trust of their company. If he knows the company, for example, if Avon comes and I am buying from Avon shops, I would say, why they are just coming on the doors? Are they just needy for some customers to buy from them? Some customers will think about this. And some customers are irritated by these actions because sometimes they are not expecting any visit and they don't like to be visited like this, or they don't want to waste their time talking to a salesperson. And some drawbacks from my point of view that the customers sometimes just start asking, and then they would say thank you, I don't want anything. So that's a waste of time for the salespeople. So in general, cold canvassing, from my point of view, after I just searched a little bit, it's very good for some companies, but some companies might have real damage from it.
And also, generally, it is very time-consuming and effort-consuming.
Yes.
Regarding the probability of hunting prospects, it isn't guaranteed for the reasons which Farah talked about.
Yes.
Any questions or comments about this part?
No.
Thank you very much. Well done. Next.
My name is Isra Shakir. I'm studying in Faculty of Commerce, level 3. Today, inshallah, we are talking about how to identifying a good prospect. Their most efficient methods. The first one is the direct mail. Direct mail, all companies receive the direct inquiries about their products and services from potential customer, and it's considered an excellent vehicle to locating prospects. The fact that salespersons are concentrating on those prospects are most likely to purchase. We have example at Attribute Insurance Company on Cleveland that analyzed the response of that coming from mailing to explain the issues about the critical issues about the prospect, such as buying a framework and budget concentrate. As a result, high quality salespersons concentrate on high priced salespersons concentrate on high quality prospects. It's clear?
It's clear. So can you provide us with a local example about direct mail? For example, when the Palestinian telecommunication company is going to send its envelope along with the bill, sometimes whenever we are going to open the envelope, you are going to find that there is a kind of commercial, or there is a kind of offer, or there is a kind of service. Yes, advertisement. So this is an example of how we can recruit or build a prospective profile. It is applicable. But generally, if we would like to assess this technique is considered to be very limited. If you are going to wonder why, simply because our country is suffering from poor mail services. But is it applicable? It is applicable by a very limited number of firms. The strongest one of them is Palestinian Telecommunication Company. Go on, Musra, next.
The other vehicle for generating good prospects is a trade show. It is estimated that more than 145 firms participate in over 8,000 trade shows at a cost of 10 billion annually. For example, a national restaurant company held show in Chicago draws more than 100,000 food buyers and business owners, and there is two reasons for popularity the trade shows. Number one, it's low cost per content customer. Another reason that organization convert message to all prospects through the graphics, business structure, displays, advertisement, and other supporting materials. In fact, some trading shows don't permit the writing of orders. It's clear?
Yes. Also regarding the trade shows, we can add to what Asra had just explained. For example, College of Commerce in the Islamic University of Gaza, every single year it is organizing the show or the trade show of the national products. Also sometimes the university is organizing the book shows. Exactly. So these are local examples from Gaza market. Sometimes if you would like to talk about big international shows, let's talk about Dubai. Dubai, for example, is organizing international show every single year for military firms. These military firms, they are going to expose or display their own military products from airplanes, jet fighters, tanks, and so on. If you are going to think why the shows and these or for these military firms, because remember, these military items or military products cannot be assessed or evaluated while they are displayed in a very station or stop station or a grocery or supermarket. They have to act, they have to be mobilized, and they have to be operated so that we can evaluate them. Okay? Go on. Next, directories.
Another vehicle is directories. It is important sources of leads for many firms like chambers of commerce. For example, the Thomas Register of Manufacturing American company provide names and address and other information according to the type of products and type of states. the type of products and the type of states. Furthermore, the firms in the registers company are scored according to their assets. So the salespersons can make judge to the size of each potential customers. Another vehicles is the internet. The internet has a revolutionized process of selling and qualifying customer. There is many examples of the internet. There is Dell online. How
And local example is
look,
for example.
yeah.
This is considered to be one of the most internet sales agencies. تصور, did you hear about it? Yes, it's very famous. Oh, the majority of its sales is coordinated through internet. The final one, referrals.
The final one, referrals, from my point of view, I think it like indirect marketers. Indirect marketers, a satisfied customer is asked to provide the name and other information of other customer who might be interested in their products and service. And sometimes we can supply production to customer about the sales persons. The advantage of these referrals that persons sometimes like to say something about their product and salespersons. The salesperson may not be credible coming directly from the salesperson. Company reference are involved in speak engagement, videos, white paper, and articles. All of these to networking with other customers.
Excellent, well done. Final thing about the referrals, as Asra said, listen, the referral is the person who has two conditions. Number one, he or she tested the product. And number two, he got satisfied or she got satisfied. If they have these two conditions, this means they are going to formulate something called positive feedback about the product. This positive feedback will be transformed, will be transferred to other colleagues, to other friends. Listen, so the referral, this person, he or she will act as a salesperson indirectly for our sales agency. Is he beable or is she beable? No. But she is recommending and advocating us. Okay? That's it. Thank you very much. Listen, we would like to complete by other students. Who would like to talk about this thing? شكرا جزيلا.